Lakers clinging to a 3-point lead. Grizzlies trying to win without Morant. Reeves a three. Bang! Reeves from way downtown. Reeves 21 points, 3 assists. Gets inside, off balance, jumper, got it to go!
I think that's enough highlights. NBA playoffs. Now let's keep going.
Let him play. Thompson drives, kicks it out. Wiggins for the lead. Loose ball rebounded by Sabonis. Down court, Monk.
Oh, the Kings and the Lakers get it done. This is interesting to see. Your daily sports podcast, news, narratives, takes, gambling. NBA and NHL playoffs will start together tonight. NBA playoffs, of course, started on Saturday with California being the focus of all of this mess because the Los Angeles Lakers of Anaheim, they went into Memphis and they beat the Grizzlies. Ja Morant got hurt in the fourth quarter, but the Lakers were winning before that happened. I want to be clear about that. The Lakers were winning before that happened because they have some guy that everyone is referring to as Hillbilly Kobe. Austin Reeves, number 17, this dude. He just went off in the fourth quarter. And some other people went off as well. The Lakers win. Other interesting things that happened over the weekend in the NBA news. The upsets were the Heat beat the Bucks. How can that happen? That never happens in the NBA. Giannis got hurt. Looks like he blew his back out. Looks like he's done. But the Heat lost one of their guys, Tyler Hero, but not as important to them as no player is as important to any team as Giannis is to. Well, there are 3 centers: Giannis, Jokic, and Embiid, obviously. But got to watch and see who's hurt and who's not. That's what this is going to be all about now. Ja Morant looks like he could be out for a while. Giannis could be out for a while. That would be bad. Okay. The Warriors go into Sacramento. They drop one to the Kings. The Kings are the higher seed. They're the 3 seed versus the 6 seed. Sacktown gets it done. How about that? First time since 2007 they won a playoff game, I believe. That's correct, which is crazy. That's a long, long time to suck at a sport. But, there are plenty of other teams in other sports that could suck just as long, to be honest. That happens. De'Aaron Fox for the Kings, 38 points. Crazy effort from him. Other scores in the NBA. So the Cavs are the 4 seed. I believe the Knicks the 5 seed. The Knicks beat the Cavs on the road. That happens, but Knicks fans obviously being super reasonable about it.
That's how I'm feeling right now.
Out of here, we sweeping the Cavs. Light work. New York. The Spider Man, you should have came to us.
Go New York. Yo, come on, man, right here. He know what he's talking.
Jump out that window, baby.
Come out of here.
Maybe counting their chickens before they hatch. Who knows? Who's to say? Maybe they're right. Maybe the Knicks are that good and things will be fine, and that won't come back to haunt them. Totally possible. The Clippers playing this is Kawhi Leonard's Clippers. The Clippers playing. I forget who they're playing in round 1, but they beat the Suns. Wow, a lot of interesting upsets here. So the Suns lose game 1. Russell Westbrook goes into the tunnel at halftime to get mad at a heckler. Let's watch this.
Watch him out. Take it like a man. Watch him out.
Look, he's yelling at a fan.
Talk about it. Be about it.
He sucks at basketball now. It is crazy how bad he sucks. Still, the Clippers beat the Suns. So we all know how I feel about NBA. It's not about team. It's about players. And the Clippers have a guy that everyone forgets about. It's like maybe a top 5 player in the world, Kawhi Leonard. He's better than all of the Suns. He's not better than prime Durant, but he's better than normal Durant. It wasn't until Durant got hurt that the Raptors beat the Warriors, if you'll recall. That's just my opinion. It's just a take. NHL playoffs start tonight. Let's go through some previews. I got some gambling stuff for you and also some games. The last day of the NHL completely screwed up a couple of the cool series that were going to happen, like the Islanders and the Bruins. Now we have Panthers and Bruins instead. The Penguins and the Caps are out of the Stanley Cup playoffs. So Islanders, Hurricanes, that'll be fun. Those are 2 good arenas or whatever. It won't be as cool as something else. But Islanders, Hurricanes will be fun. Panthers, Bruins, whatever. The Bruins are the heavy favorites to win the whole thing. Also in the East, the best series is going to be New York versus Newark. Devils and Rangers. Lightning, Maple Leafs, a rematch from round 1 last year. The expansion team, Seattle Kraken, are in the playoffs in their second year of existence, and the Jets are playing the Golden Knights. So Vegas and Seattle are in. That's fun and interesting for everybody. I've got some gambling stuff for you to consider. The first thing I wanted to start with was who's going to win Stanley Cup championship. I like this to be it feels like Canada's year, and I have not bought into the Canada's year thing as much as everybody else. I think it is this year. Toronto feels like the best team. Boston is the best team in the regular season. That never works out. Like ever. And the reason is because it's a different sport. Not that Boston can't do it, but I don't think that I don't think that they can. The stuff that works in the regular season just doesn't work, and they're big powerhouse guys, except for one of them. They're all old, and they're getting a little old. And a couple of years ago they had a chance to win the whole thing, but recently I just don't think they do. Out of the West, I like Edmonton for the same reason. They got a little deeper, got a little better. The West is a whole mess. Colorado didn't suck, but they were much worse than they should have been throughout the entire regular season. They turned it on to finish as one of the top seeds in the West, but they had to turn it on to do that. They'll make a run, I think, but I don't think they have enough juice in them. I also like the Hurricanes. So the Oilers and the Maple Leafs are favorites, plus 800, plus 900, behind Boston, I believe, and Colorado. Carolina's plus 1,200. I don't think they can, but that's an interesting bet. As far as props go, the prop that I'm most interested in by far is Conn Smythe winner. So when you look at the Conn Smythe winner, the MVP of the playoffs, you have to think about the winning team. And in the NHL, about every 15, 20 years, they do the losing team. It's been exactly 20 years since the player from a losing team won the Conn Smythe Trophy. The favorites are David Pastrnak, Connor McDavid, and Linus Ullmark. Ullmark is the goalie for the Bruins. Pasternak's the best player for the Bruins. Connor McDavid's the best player in the world. Then you have Nathan McKinnon, Mikko Rantanen, Cale Makar. Those are all Avalanche. Austin Matthews, Brad Marchand. These are the famous guys in hockey. If you don't recognize them, that's fine. If you're not a hockey person, whatever. However, Patrick Kane is plus 20,000. A $5 bet would win you $1,000. Now, Patrick Kane is a little older. He plays for the Rangers, and the Rangers are not heavy favorites to win the Stanley Cup. However, it's hockey, and weirder things have happened. However, he's got better playoff experience in these playoffs than anybody in any level of the playoffs. All of the teams that were dynasties or semi-dynasties, they're all out. The Caps only won 1. The Penguins won 3. Sid, Evgeny Malkin, all those guys are out. Ovi's out. There are no Kings here that are going to do anything. He's the only one that has won multiple Stanley Cups that's there, and he's also already won a Conn Smythe. Now, he hasn't gelled with New York right away, but he's still Patrick Kane. He's plus 20,000. Look at what a $1 wager gets you. $200. 200 to 1. I love that bet. I absolutely love that bet. The big series to watch will be Toronto versus Tampa, because Toronto hasn't won a playoff series, I think, since 93. They keep making the playoffs. They cannot possibly advance for the life of them, which is just utterly... I hate to say it. It's hilarious. I wish it was something else, but it's hilarious. Over the weekend, the Midwest had some really great weather happening, and ergo, people got in a bunch of fights. Hey, check this one out in Chicago. You want to watch on YouTube or on Spotify, of course. It's a brawl, dude. Look at people running up the stairs to participate. Always fight from the high ground. Never fight back up the stadium. Look at these people, they're coming back for more. COVID really did a number on us, and I don't think we're over it. I think we want to keep going outside and keep brawling for a while now. We just we need to keep doing that. It's something that we feel. Look, here's another angle of it. The funny thing is the White Sox blow. And the fact that they had that many people there is actually the most amazing part of this. Good for them. Remember when the Dallas Mavericks tanked while being in the playoffs, on purpose to not make the playoffs? The NBA has fined the Dallas Mavericks $750,000. That's not going to deter them from doing this. And Mark Cuban's like, oh no, what are we going to do? What? That's crazy. 750,000. I sure learned a lesson this time. Tanking is bad. We want people to try hard to win every single time because tanking is bad, and that's the only lesson here. Jerm Irsay, the owner of the Colts, tweeted this. This is a real tweet from an owner. He's trying to play poker, and everyone's like, dude, you're so annoying. For the 23 draft, that's apostrophe 23, so instead of 2023, we have many options with the number 4 pick. We could stay put and take a QB, M-hyphen, or trade up and take a QB, M-hyphen, or trade down and maybe take a QB, M-hyphen, or not. Smiley face. All options on the table, but we like our position and are very excited. Fire up, football emoji. And then it's a picture of Anthony Richardson, CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, and Will Levis, all the quarterbacks. So he's trying to do is distract everybody from who they're trying to take. He did put Anthony Richardson first, which everybody on the internet pointed out, of course. And the entire internet's response is, you are really going to screw this up for your GM, aren't you? Yeah. I absolutely believe he is going to do that. The World Chess Championship is happening right now. The defending world champ has decided not to participate because he is so bored of beating up both of these guys that he's literally like, I don't know. It seems like a lot of work, and I don't really need to beat either of you again. That's really happening. I don't know how I feel about that. I think he'll regret it, for sure. All right, back and better than ever. NHL, NBA playoffs tomorrow.